official response from the Iranian foreign minister, who has warned the United States and said that strikes will have everlasting consequences and that Tehran reserves all options to retaliate. So this is far from over, Matt. This is just about beginning. Can I make a counter argument here? And I know you don't have, we just have 15 minutes with you, so I'm going to request our other guests to have some patience with us. Matt, the counter argument to this is that Tulsi Gabbard, your own intelligence chief, has said that Iran was still 3 years away from acquiring or making a nuclear weapon, right? Why was that overruled?
It wasn't overlooked. She has subsequently corrected that and said that the data that she was using was old. The overwhelming majority of the data put out not only by the Americans, but by the Israelis, by the Germans, by a number of our other allies, said that Iran was very close to break out on a nuclear bomb. And that is something that is not going to be, we couldn't allow it to happen. Especially when the IAEA came in and said that they were not able to accurately inspect Iranian sites. And then the Ayatollah then came out, I think the next day, and said that Iran was going to step up to use the next generation of centrifuges to generate more nuclear material. So again, this is not an American issue. This is Iran being a bad player on the world stage and America acting decisively for our most reliable Middle East ally, supporting Israel and doing the world a favor by taking out Iran's nuclear capabilities. One hope, double fingers crossed.
Okay. Matt, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate your time here on the Times Network. The fact also is, ladies and gentlemen, irrespective of what Matt is saying, there is growing criticism for what the United States has done this morning, officially entering the Iran-Israel war. Let me go across to Pratibha, who is getting us what people are saying in the United States of America. Go ahead, Pratibha.
Absolutely. So there have been reports that Iran had as much as 166 kgs of uranium enriched, up to 60%, which is very, very close to 90% that is required to make it nuclear ready. So let's talk about some of the criticism that United States has received as well. Nancy Pelosi, the U.S. Speaker, saying the operation endangers American lives, that the United States did not have to enter this conflict between Iran and Israel, saying the risks are further escalation as well as destabilization in the region, and this is not something that the United States should have done. In fact, Ken Martin, Democratic Party chair, has also said Americans do not want this. This is not what they voted for, saying we don't want to risk the safety of our troops, because now remember, Iran and even Yemen have now said that the American troops are also going to be on target, going on to say they are pulling us towards war without approval, that this is not what the people of United States wanted. Remember, this is also in contrast to what the US President Donald Trump himself had said during the campaigning, because this now puts the American military in active combat in the Middle East. Now, Elizabeth Warren has also said this is bombing of Iran, which is unconstitutional, not what the people of the United States wanted. The U.S. Senator going on to say this is a horrific war of choice, the choice that the United States has taken to enter the country into this conflict. In fact, we also have other leaders who are saying it's a disastrous decision. So within the United States as well, not much support coming in for the action that has been taken by Donald Trump.
Thanks for that, Pratibha. Do stay on with us. This is news just about coming in. Rapid updates, as I said, on the situation. Now, we are being told that those present in the White House Situation Room who were monitoring the Iran mission included, of course, President Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, the chairperson of the Joint Chief Committee, that is General Dan Kane, and the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, as well. CIA Director John Ratcliffe was there in the room, in the Situation Room. The National Security Advisor and the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, all present. The White House Chief of Staff, Susie Wiles, the Deputy Chief of Staff, Dan Scavino, and James Blair, all present there. So was the Press Secretary, the NSC, that is Andy Baker, and the White House Counsel, David Warrington. The Special Envoy, Steve Witoff was present in the Situation Room as well, which essentially means that the entire top brass of the United States of America's military infrastructure was present in the Situation Room. We are getting regular updates. Do stay on with us. I'm going to request our